Mel Harris, Garbage Man Piper. Coming to you from the studio, my patio. Well, we got a cigar review, and we are going to review, can hardly see it, Warped Cigars, Rolatos. This cigar was introduced in Las Vegas's cigar show 2018. And so I am going to break this open. I'm gonna get to chooching on it. Maybe it'll do a little bit better with, we always do this, don't we? Anyways. Medium cigar. So we'll get to it. I'm going to use my cigar review book. I'm gonna try and do a little bit better job of making notes through this, and maybe not do another video in the meantime while I'm smoking it. But it's been in the humidor since December. It was a gift from the owner of Lucas Cigar Pipe and Cigar Shop in Las Cruces, New Mexico. And I told him, hey, if he had anything he wanted me to review, he went and pulled this out specifically. So I've kind of read another review on it, so I have a little bit of background as far as what to expect. So we will see how we end up grading this. So as far as the wrapper goes, we're good. Like I said, it's been in the humidor, so it's perfect. It's ready to roll. No real blemishes or anything on it. So we'll grade that wrapper. And as far as the band, kind of a nice purple silver, kind of an elegant band. Nice intricate design on it. As far as firmness, I would call it good. Oils, it seems a little bit dry. It doesn't seem to be one of those very oily wrapper, but we'll see how that goes as well. So as far as smoking characteristics, let me cut it, light it, and I'll be back somewhere around the end of the first third. Okay, so we've burned through the first third, and it's burning uneven. Can't really blame the breeze because now it's just dead. So as far as burn goes right now, first third burned uneven. It's just dry. I've put chapstick on twice. I'm just used to Cameroons, which have a more oilier wrapper. The first third, the notes I have were peppery on the retrohale. You know, I smoke more pipe tobacco than I smoke cigars. So, and I don't smoke like regular cigars. I smoke Cameroons or something a little bit, like I said, more oilier. So I'm trying to, you can always say nuttiness. but just a mulchy, just a leaf, just leaves, just that, I don't want to call it earthy because it's leaves. It doesn't taste like dirt by any means. But just kind of a mulch. Not as rich as like a peat moss or anything like that, but just leaves, just dry leaves. I think the whole scenario to this thing is just going to be dry. I'm actually pairing it with a Dr. Pepper. I usually do that because even though this is rated medium, when it comes to cigars, you can't really relate medium to pipe tobacco. To me, a medium would kind of be on the higher end where I would want to be. Sometimes I go over medium. Depends what the meal was. So the meal tonight was sliced up steak with queso, wrapped in a wheat tortilla, and lightly grilled. So I've got enough consistency in my stomach to handle any nick hit that will come. We have got just getting started on the second, third. So far, it's been consistent. It has smoked consistently. The flavors have been consistent. It's not harsh by any means. So let me get through this further into this third and we'll revisit it. It's burning right now at about 20 minutes a third, and we'll just see how we go through this second third. Okay, well, we're back just to touch base on the second third, and you can see I didn't even it out at all. I just let it burn. And it will continue to burn nasty like that if I don't do something about it. What I'm finding is it's not holding the ash. I'm used to smoking, 50, 52 ring cigars. And so I'm used to that ash just hanging on forever. And then being able to look at the ash, well, before you know it, the ash has dropped in my lap or whatnot. But just as a review of the second, third, as far as flavor quality, it became a little bit creamier on the second, third, and not as peppery. And if you've ever seen any of my videos, you know I chooch like a freight train. It actually went out on me twice. I can't tell you what that's all about. It was much, the flavors were more pronounced the first third, and they have mellowed out into the second, third. Not as peppery. Starting to get a little bit of bitterness. Starting the last third. As far as the flavor progression, still getting the leafy flavors, dry, very dry cigar. The second third actually burned for 40 minutes. The first third went up like a match, 20 minutes on the first third, 40 minutes on the second third. I was getting to where I needed to take the wrapper off, and it just, I mean, there was no easy way to get that wrapper off. I don't know what they glued it on with, but rubber cement or what, but that wasn't getting that thing off in one piece, so we won't blame the wrapper on it. I have already finished the presentation of the cigar. Out of 13 on presentation, I gave it 11. I gave the wrapper a 3 out of 5, the band a 4 out of 4. Actually liked the band. Firmness, a 3 out of 3. As far as oils, I gave it a 1 out of 3. It's just dry. I'm getting about an inch. This ash right now is about ready to drop. I mean, it get about an inch on there, and again, it's only a 38 ring, so it's a 6-inch 38 ring cigar. The first third, no nick hit at all. I find myself going to the Dr. Pepper a little bit more on the second third. Not just to wet my palate, but to as well as to maybe ward off a little bit of a nick. Not too awfully bad. As far as smoothness of the smoke, I gave it an 8 the first third. It's still pretty smooth. An 8's probably, though, generous on the second third, but it seems to smoke well. Let's see. Quality of the blend, that's difficult from the standpoint of this isn't my kind of cigar. So to be honest with you, I'm just trying to get through it. So I rated it 50%, so a 12 out of 6. So starting back at the top, presentation, 11 out of 13. As far as smoking characteristics, as far as light, I gave it a 5 out of 5. As far as burn, it's burning irregular. I gave it 5 out of 10. And as far as the draw, I gave it a 6 out of 8. For some reason, the second third, just, I had to really pull on it, hence it maybe going out a couple times. So I gave it 16 out of 23 for smoking characteristics. We're not through with the flavors yet, and we're not through with the overall impression. But let me get through this final third, and I'll be back. Okay, well, let's wrap up the my rating of the Warped Rolatos. Again, presentation 11 out of 13. Smoking characteristics 16 out of 23. Flavors, I gave it a 14 out of 24. It's speculative. It's not a cigar I usually smoke. Quality of the blend. Totally not fair to the cigar. I don't smoke these kind of cigars. I gave it a 16 out of 31. The price on it was awesome. It was free, but they run about $9.25. For me, I basically ended up rating this cigar at a 63. Totally unfair to the cigar. Cigar Doho, who's a reviewer, rated it an 85. I just gave up on it. At some point, it's just mushy. It's falling apart. I think I need to, it's just telling me that I need to, as far as cigars I smoke, I need to be in the 50, 52 ring. That's going to be my comfort zone as far as size of cigar and ring of cigar, which is, again, picking what kind of cigars you like to smoke. I wouldn't smoke this cigar again. It's just not. This cigar doesn't match what I'm looking for in a cigar. Maybe as my palate matures and I smoke more less oily cigars, more Monte Cristos, more Padrones, maybe more cigars. You know, not that a Cameroon is not a good cigar. It's a good quality cigar. But hey, I gave it a shot, and that's what finding your cigar is all about, is trying different cigars. We'll see next week. I'm going to try and do these on Wednesdays. We'll just see. I find by Wednesday, I'm piped out and I'm ready for a cigar. So I'll try and see if I can, if I end up doing another one next Wednesday. We'll just see. I used the tool that I usually use once I get down into that nub. These, again, go on Amazon. 25 bucks per se. They're not inexpensive by any means, but they're nice to have. I don't know if for those that saw it before, it has the spike on it just to help with the draw of the cigar. Big old spike. Never had to use it. Maybe once. Ended up pulling stems and crud out of the cigar. But for finishing a cigar, I'd love to find one without that. That would be awesome. Appreciate your patience with this. Again, I'm still in the learning curve of learning how to rate cigars, finding the cigars that I really enjoy. And I think that's part of it. I had a lot of requests for this book. Where do you get it and whatnot? I've sent a few out along with this tool. But yeah, you know, I feel bad. I feel like, you know, it's just not my kind of cigar, hence the rating. But I'm looking forward to trying another one here real soon. Mel Harris, Garnagemanpiper, saying, "Sweet chicken, baby. Y'all be safe out there."